what's happening next. So let's talk a little bit about the brand. Let's talk a little bit about my personal plans of what's going to be happening next. My mother made this shirt, and now I have 3 different student shirts that are old. Even this design, I love my mom to death, but this isn't quite the design I was looking for. I really wanted to have it to where like the black was here, and then I wanted to have white letters over it as like the outline, kind of like how this is, but I wanted all this dark to be white instead. I kind of like the touch with the yellow being like the letters itself. I mean the numbers itself, pardon me. Again, I guess I was just going, I wanted to go a different direction with the design, but my mom has made every single one of my student shirts that you guys have ever seen me wear. So that's always going to hold a really special place in my heart. And as we start to move on to this new era, I don't know if I'm going to like frame them or something like that. I don't know what I'm going to do, but this is my first Evo, and this is my first Evo shirt. So by next year, I plan on having like asking her to make this and seeing how this was implemented. It really has just shown me that if I want to have the designs that I'm thinking of, it's time for me to start doing things myself. This is kind of personal, but I'm going to start doing my own taxes next year. It's just time for me, just like with the old gen going into the new gen, it's time for me to really start adulting, especially because I've chosen a career like this. For those who don't know, streaming, this little piece, this whole PC, this mouse, Dragon Ball FighterZ, this is what I chose. This is my main career. And let me be clear, everything else I do is secondary to what I do here. That doesn't mean I won't be responsible about everything else I have to do in order to make sure that I can support this dream the way that I want to. I have fought tooth and nail for everything that I've gotten up to this point, and everything that I'm able to do up to this point, and everything that I try to implement up to this point. It has been a hard-fought battle to even keep video games in my life, and Dragon Ball FighterZ has allowed me to finally do that with other people who are just as passionate with it, and in a system that we all deem to be fair enough, right? Yes, there are problems, but this is definitely what I chose, and this is my future. This is what I plan on doing. I have changed my name to Student DBFZ because I'm not an FGC guy. I'm a DBFZ guy. And everything else that happens, I plan on being one of those old Marvel heads, and I just always play Dragon Ball. Even if I like move on to other things and such in the future, Dragon Ball will always be where things started, and Dragon Ball will always be where things will end. So with that being said, everything we do from this point, it's gonna reflect this. It's gonna reflect this, and it's gonna reflect Dragon Ball. So how do I plan on supporting that moving forward? Because I'm not sponsored. In newsflash, I only have like 200 subscribers, almost 300, thank you Lizard King, on YouTube, and I only have like 400, I think we're less than 500 followers on Twitch. I am small, I don't exist, and I didn't even break top 8 at Evo. So like no one knows who I am outside of just some people who happen to click on the stream and like my vibe or whatever. And then we have people like Lupin, and Lupin doesn't even really count because I've known him since when I was playing on like PS4 and such, and I was playing Xenoverse. See, we've been friends since before, and he just supports me because he knows how serious I've been about this my entire life. It's so surreal, and I need to, all that to say, things aren't good enough yet, and I need to improve if I'm going to continue to do this long term, and we need to improve fast because I don't know how long Dragon Ball is going to be around anymore. Every single time we get anything announced, it is a blessing because this game could be dead. There was so much hate around it, and they're still supporting the game. Honestly, I don't even think we deserve the patch that we got. Yes, the game was in a bad place, but the way we got it, I hate it so much. Like, we just bitched and complained until we got something that we wanted. I felt like we were children. We were acting like children. Not everyone. There were some people who were, like, bringing it to Bondi like adults, right? But that's not the majority. But it's Dragon Ball. A lot of us are still kids, but a lot of us, we need to step up and be leaders for our community because that was an embarrassment the way we got our patch. No wonder they don't want to implement any more balanced patches or characters into the game. Look how we handled 21. We just yelled and bitched at the company until they finally did something about it. And then they didn't even do everything we wanted, and we had this feeling of melancholy because it's like, at least she got nerfed, at least we're not getting debuffed off of every single touch, at least I'm not losing to a Ki Blast and getting debuffed off of it, and now Spark doesn't even help me. But they didn't touch the full screen moves. They gave it to more people, and people were getting like useless buffs and stuff. Who wants to implement a game that is so negative like that? Who wants to support that? Luckily, the company are adults, and they understand that we just love it to the point that we're gonna act out like that, right? But that shouldn't be the case, and that's another reason why I want to try to be a leader for the game as well, because I don't know how to talk to people or like to companies and stuff like that. I don't know how I would have done it differently. I just don't think I would have done it like that. You know what I mean? Well, I'm sorry, I had to get that off my chest. That's been something that's been irking me for a while. I'm just so grateful that they're still choosing to support the game with all of that anyway. That brings me to what's going on next. Becoming a leader and all that for the game, trying to stick around for Dragon Ball for the long term and all that. I am not sponsored. I only have a couple of people. My influence is very small right now. So how do I plan on still trying to stick around with the game and such? I can't really talk too much about where it is I'm working and all that, but what I can say is that I've decided to enter the aviation industry, and I'm entering into it in a position that is very much connected to flights. That's all that I think I can really say. I don't really want to expose too much, but without that being said, because I'm working so connected to flights, I am able to fly to an extent for free. And with that being the case, I can compete basically for free. And because I'll be flying around to different places, I'll be able to make like identities and such, and I'll be able to make accounts with these different hotels and such. So when I decide to travel on leisure tournaments, I can support myself financially easier, and I can really give my all to the game without breaking myself every time. When I tried to go to Frosty, it was so hard. It was so much money, and I lost so much doing it. Now I'm trying to figure out how to do that without breaking myself every time. And that's where you guys come in. And that's where I'm doing my work on the offline, but also online and like growing and all that as well. We're implementing Patreon. We're implementing, I'm going to go across all of the different platforms. We're multi-streaming now. And there's going to be a shift in the way we do content. We've been doing content basically for free this entire time. But when I see people like Lupin who subscribes to here for like 25 months and stuff like that, it's like I have to better convert people into the channel, and I have to bring more value to people who want to support me. If I'm being honest, I feel like Lupin wastes his money sometimes, but he's only helping me and supporting me so much because he really believes in what I can do. And I really appreciate that, but I have to make it more worth it for them. You know what I mean? I have to make it more worth it for you guys to choose to support me. I think Patreon is going to be the best way to do that, because not only can we convert more fans into what it is that we're trying to do, I've never had so many thoughts about how to correctly differentiate the fans and how to directly implement things and rewards for supporting. And I want to make it enticing. I want to make it exciting. You know what I mean? Things like the student shirts. Now that I'm going to be, like I said with the taxes, I got to start doing this myself. And I know that I need to start doing these designs and such myself as well. There's something called the Hollywood Knights jersey for the Lakers. I don't know if you guys are basketball fans at all, but these jerseys have always been like the dopest thing to me. And let me tell you a little secret. I played sports as a kid. I almost made it to like college and stuff like that, playing basketball. Things like basketball and such is always going to be like in my heart. That's why I have like shirt jerseys and stuff. Like that's why I want to start implementing things like shirt jerseys into what we're doing. I think this is just a shirt. Yeah, this is just a t-shirt. But they have jersey shirts in the NBA, and I want to start making them. I would love to start making them. Yeah, stuff like this. The jersey shirts that they play in, sleeve jerseys. It's a sleeve jersey. It's just called sleeve. I love the design of these things, man. The sleeve jerseys, I think that's the flyest thing I've ever seen. And I want to implement it into what we do. I want to bring that stuff into the FGC. But I also know that I want there to be shirts, and that's going to be for the lowest tier on our Patreon. I want to have sales for shirts, jerseys, like normal, just like basketball jerseys, and then the sleeve jerseys, and that's going to be the most expensive one, because that's what I'm going to be wearing, because I want to wear that. That thing looks cool to me. We're going to remodel this entire design for student. Instead of having this on the front, I'm going to have the study hall on the front, because I want to be more unified with us. I feel like I'm too separate from you guys. Everything feels too separate. So the study hall needs to come back into full effect, and that's going to be our team, the study hall, right? So the study hall, that's where we come, that's what we represent, and that's how we come together and such. And then on the back, I have my last name and the numbers. That is where I'm planning on putting tags for everybody. So we're going to have my own tag. I'm going to have Student DBFZ on the back, and then you can customize your own number and such. But I'm thinking for the beginning, for like the initial and like the sales and stuff like that, I'm just going to have my own. It's just going to be like the study hall, Student DBFZ, and then 22 as the number. Rest in peace, my sister, who passed. That's the biggest reason for the number 22 and such. That was her number. But I don't want to talk too much about that. But yes, I'm going to have the study hall. We're going to have Student DBFZ in the back, and then we're going to have number 22 on the back. We'll have number 22 as a shirt. We're also going to get it as an official jersey, and we're also going to get it as a sleeved jersey as well. And for all of those, depending on what purchase you get for Patreon, we'll be able to make one of those for you and send them out to you. And we'll also have sales on them, like I said, that we'll be able to implement. And it's only going to be like a limited time sale. We're only going to have so many of all the different jerseys. And then, yeah, we'll ship them out to people. We'll sell them. The first time you go onto the Patreon and you get a part of the channel, either I haven't decided if we're just gonna outright send you one, or if we're like you'll have access to the store to it. It's definitely gonna be at a discount or something like that. Like, I'm not gonna charge you arm and leg, but it's gonna cost to ship these things. It's gonna cost to make these things, and it's gonna be a lot of like effort and such. But I mean, I don't mind that, but I'm just trying to future-proof, just in case, like, because I plan on being here for a while. I plan on getting big and stuff like that. I know people are going to want these things in the future, but I plan on having that for the entire board. So if you subscribe at the highest tier, you're going to get the jersey shirt. If you're at the medium tier, you're going to get just the jersey itself, and then if you're at the lowest tier, you'll get a shirt. It'll be that design, the study hall, and then Student DBFZ on the back, and then the number on the front. I think after a year, if you're subscribed on Patreon for a year, then I'm going to implement it to where you have, we're going to be able to do custom jerseys. That's what I'm the most excited for, because I wanted to implement custom first, but I think it was a little too hard to send every single person a custom jersey. So instead, I thought I'd put it behind a reward for being here and supporting the channel for so long. So all that is coming. For people who've been long-time supporters of the channel already, people like Lupon, people like A Coffee in Space, people like Plays, people like Mystic, I'm pretty positive I'm going to send you guys all one for free, just as like a token of my appreciation for you guys being around and sticking around with me for so long, supporting the channel for so long. So yeah, more information on all that will be coming. Right now, I have no idea how to make any of this happen. So this is all, we're just talking about it right now. I really don't know how to implement any of this right now. And I still haven't worked out on like the price and how much I'm going to charge like per month and stuff like that as well. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do all this right now. But this is what I'm planning, and this is what's in the works, and this is what I will be implementing soon. Very, very soon. After that, I wanted to talk to you guys, like the channel and such, especially Lupon if you're still here and all that, about reoccurring rewards, because that's going to be the biggest thing. I feel like our initial thing to have people excited to come into the channel and all that, especially when you start seeing people and people are taking pictures and all that, and I'm taking pictures and everybody has their own shirts and stuff, that's going to be really cool. It's going to show that we're a community. I'm thinking like, for the Patreon and stuff, I'm thinking of having like a token, or giving like multiples of these tokens depending on what way you subscribe to me, and I want those tokens to be like redeemable and such. I read Audible, and Audible gives me a book every month, and they give you more books depending on how long you're like what tier of subscription you have. So I'm thinking of taking like that format, and I think I want these tokens to be like redeemable for certain things depending on like what you're with, and they're like they're student tokens, straight up student tokens. So I want to be able to do like match analysis. I want to be able to do like training sessions. I want to be able to do anything, because I'm disappointed about my own placement, but I'm still like a top 100 player in the world for Dragon Ball. I'm a top 100 player in the world for Dragon Ball. The proof is literally there. It's public knowledge that I'm a top 100 player for Dragon Ball. It's crazy. I want to be the best, but I have to acknowledge that there were 600 people there, and I'm a part of that upper echelons. I'm not at the peak. I still think there's like tiers, like, you remember the food pyramid? Who remembers the food pyramid? I'm not at sweets, but I'm like at that one right under it. I'm like at the dairy or something like that. So I'm super excited for all this, and I'm still thinking about how to do redeemable rewards. So it might be like some intro stuff, and I think I can always improve on it as we go. But for the beginning, I want to have like these tokens or something like that, and I just want to have reoccurring benefits for being a part of the study hall. I want to make sure that there's like implementations for you guys to be able to like edit or not only see content that's like exclusive, you can see content early and stuff like that. All that should be a given. I want you guys to be able to like vote and poll on what type of content will come out next. I want to have ways for you guys to implement what type of videos you even want to see next. Like if there's a new game or something like that, y'all know I'm gonna only play Dragon Ball, but if there's something else y'all want to see and stuff, I want there to be a line of dialogue between myself and the study hall, because right now we feel so disconnected. My Discord is there, but it's like, I don't feel like it's enough. Like I feel like there's still this wall, this camera between me and you guys, and I hate it. I hate it so much, especially when I see people like Lupon, when I see people like Plays who are sitting here and they're like, yo, how do I support you? And I'm like, bro, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And so this is my way of trying to implement these things and bring us together, because I feel like there's hella people who've been here already, and I just Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Devon. How are you doing that? I don't even think I have any memberships yet. How are you doing that? You can already pledge? How does that work? I don't know how it works. I need to figure this stuff out. But I can tell you guys this. I'm moving out of the West Coast, and I'm heading towards the East Coast. I need to set myself up to grow better. I'm trying to be like Corey.
Master,
I love Corey.
That Lupin Zato said, "You trying to come to my side?"
The type of job that I have, I'll be able to visit people, visit
Master,
players, visit
Prod
fans.
1GY plays. Heyo, let me know where you gonna be. I would love to meet you in person.
Atlanta. I'm coming to Georgia. And it's because, newsflash, I'm actually, this hotel that I'm in, it's because of the job that I have now. And I'm leaving today. I'm about to be driving cross country right now. Like, as soon as the stream is over, I'm going to Georgia because I already got the job. I passed all my tests. That's why I've been gone off stream for the last month. I've been grinding in real life, trying to secure the bag and secure these benefits and such. I have a 401k now. Like, I'm trying to secure all these things so I can make sure I can give my all to Dragon Ball because it's what I want to do, and there's people who will support me to do it. So why the hell am I not doing it? But now I am, and things are happening. Things are happening actively now. I am leaving to Georgia now. I'm not even in California anymore. I'm in Vegas. Evo just happened. I was in Vegas because of my job, and I was also able to go to Evo. That is about to be the future of this channel. I will be at every single Dragon Ball event with points. And now that Evo is going to be implementing the online tournaments, I think that's the best shit they ever did for this game. When they implemented the online tournaments into the World Tour, whew, that is so active. And now we have the entire world will be involved. There's an excellent video by Khalil who goes over all of that, and that'll be in the description of this video. We have an official world tour. It is a world tour. The whole world is in it. Everyone will be competing for points, online, offline events. It is time, and I am ready to go. Thank you guys so much for coming on into the channel today. I gotta pack up and get going. I have a long drive ahead of me, 28 hours. I plan on splitting it 15 and 15. And as soon as I'm out there, you guys, as soon as things start getting set up and such, I don't know the next time I'll be able to stream. That's why I tried to record so many videos right now. We'll be back. We'll be back as soon as we can.
We're never done learning. It's never over.